I need your glasses.
Will our stuff interfere with? That's right.
You can if you feel that way, you can go in the room.
I can hear you. You hear it?
Access Radio, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Janelle, celebrity vocal coach right here, and I am a part of Give It Life.
And ratchet, we
And
bringing
real extra ratchet, raunchy.
That'll be everywhere. Like.
Those shops is upstairs, but we out here by also, man.
This nigga got hit to walk off the set.
We leave that up to Vito.
Out the river, sip it up. You're not to send me, I back it up. Make your hips swing, lean and up. Till you lose your head, then you join the book. Heard ya, girls here get it in. Till your phone start ring, ding, 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 ding. And I been my way to him. Zim, my boyfriend killer, oh yeah. Shim, I got the night simmering. Him see me in a style and never see you win. Beep, we on the way, and we're glimmering. Wet like a swimmer, dripping, oh yeah. I got him, I don't. I got him, I don't give a fuck. I got him, I don't. I got him, I don't.
Look at that, I can't see anything. I gotta wear my glasses. Bro, I'm lying. Hey, Christine. Guess what? I just saw you 5 minutes ago. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, it's still repeating. Hold on just a second.
Turn it down a little bit. Hi, Blue. Oh, she's talking to you, Christine. Yeah.
Oh. Say again.
I think she's talking to you. She said hi.
Hi.
You can't read it. Yeah, I think you can read the comments. We're like in Vegas, so we're like in the same room. So we're seeing if it echoes. Hold on. Oh, what's up, y'all? Yes, what's up? We're literally in Vegas. I don't know if y'all saw my Instagram, and I was showing y'all live dolls. And now I'm gonna tell y'all what I really thought about them. Things was fucking creepy.
They were creepy.
They were so fucking creepy.
Okay, why they look like little kids though?
Thank you. Okay, I said to the owner, because we got the opportunity to talk to the owner of the booth and the manufacturer who's selling it, guess what? We can't tell you that. If you want to know, then you just have to take my course and I can teach you how to start your own sex business. But I'm going to give you some insight, but I ain't going to tell you who the hell it is because you're going to have to come over here. But anyway, okay, so 2 of them look like little girls to me. The other one was okay. But the 2 that looked like the little girls, he was like, that's my bestseller. I was like, what a bunch of fucking creeps. It's the thing that, okay, here's the part. I'm going to leave my glasses on for y'all, but here's the part. It's the part, God, my hair is crazy. I should have when I washed it. The part that kills me is, okay, I know I shouldn't judge, but I just kept looking at the little doll's vagina. I was just like,
they were just too small.
Thank you. They were so petite, heavy as shit to pick them up.
They were heavy.
They were little, but they were heavy. But I was just imagining him picking it up and slamming his dick in it. And I was thinking if her wig would fall off. Oh, God.
No.
It's the doll fucking for me. Okay, wait, what did somebody say? Yeah, y'all slapping asses. Yes, you saw me slapping that. Okay. All right,
not the doll's ass, but the ass.
Yeah, I was slapping the ass, not the doll's ass. But the ass that I was slapping felt amazing. Didn't it? Did you feel it? It felt amazing.
Yes.
I felt so fucking amazing.
No.
I was like, ooh.
That's a good ass.
That was a good ass.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
And it's also a full-size ass. It wasn't a little kid ass. Like it was a grown
No, it was an adult ass.
Yeah.
So, okay, so here's the deal with the dolls. We're playing with the dolls. I would look. The other doll, did you know, to the right had the little hair? If you look at my video, you'll kind of see this. But what was interesting that I brought up a point to him, I was like, okay, so where the fuck is the guys? Because I'm sick of y'all making dolls for the men. Where are our dolls? Even though I'm not going to fuck a doll. Let me get that clear. I'm telling y'all now, I'm not fucking a doll. I know we fuck dildos, but I'm not fucking no man, no 5-inch man. 5-inch tall man. Because this is what they decided because they talked to us. It's going to be a 5'3" man with a 9-inch dick. This is going to look weird as fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But we convinced them that we need black ones.
That's right. That's right.
So they're going to make black ones. They promised us they're going to make black ones, and they're going to keep in touch with us, which I need to tell you. No, I got their number. When we talk about toys, I need the German guys' numbers. I meant to, before you leave, I need to get that because I want to order from them again. Yeah. So the thing is, they're going to make these black dolls. So ladies, I don't know, but they're going to be making black dolls. But here's my bet. I think more gay men are going to fuck those black dolls than women. Don't get mad at me. I'm telling you, more gay men are fucking those black dolls than women because I don't feel like, is it really hard for women to get dick? Somebody answer my question. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Blue for president, but we did not see you in the video. She was on the side. Okay, so when I was talking and the girl was showing, Christine was in the back. Because me and Christine were together, and we're coming to New York in 2 weeks? 2 weeks we'll be in New York. So you guys will be able to meet us at the Sex Expo and like really see us. Like, really talk to us. But she was in the back because it was a lingerie distributor show too. So Christine does more, she still does toys, but she was there for the lingerie. Yeah. I was there more for the toys. I was checking out the lingerie. But let me tell y'all something. There's some real cheap ass fucking lingerie out there. That's all I got to say.
It looks like stuff you get out of a vending machine. That's supposed to.
Yes. Tyrone said no doll for me. Okay, so no doll.
Tyrone. That's right.
I get the no doll, but across from there, did you see the advances on the blow up doll though? Because there's a difference between the full size body silicone body doll. Is there a name for those, Christine? Is it because the blow up dolls are the blow up dolls, but what do we call the life size dolls?
Well, the company initially that started it, remember, it was Real Dolls. Remember that? And they were like $10,000 each.
Okay, this
First
is
it was
sex
20,000, now they're 10. Now they're just sex dolls.
Okay, sex education, guys. It was really called Real Dolls at first because I couldn't remember what the hell you're supposed to call the life-size dolls.
Yeah.
So it's Real Dolls.
Yeah, but now they're just sex dolls because they're not blow-ups, but they actually are. Like, people
So
know
just
that
this.
those are realistics. If you say sex dolls now, people know you're talking about the realistic ones.
Okay, so we're just calling it sex dolls.
Yeah.
And then the blow-up dolls have gotten a little bit more event because the blow-up dolls have a real face too. Did you see the ones across? They're in the
Yeah,
box.
they're still creepy. They're creepy.
No, they look like Chucky dolls. They're weird as
That's
fuck.
what I'm saying. They're creepy.
They're
Like, I don't
weird as
know.
fuck.
Like, that would give me nightmares.
It's the fact that some of them, because you remember he said the head could nod. So not only you can put it in the hole in the vagina, you can
Make
turn
the
it
head
around,
bob up.
fuck the ass, and then you can bob your dick in it. It's amazing. But like if
Nope.
you don't clean out the sperm, does it smell funny? The
Yeah, you
smell of
gotta
the
clean
dog.
them. You gotta clean them because it also probably disintegrate them after a while too, right?
That's what I'm thinking. So I guess you put
Yeah.
perfume on them. So anyway, they're gonna make black male ones because we really were talking to them and they were really interested what me and Christine had to say, like for real. Like they wanted the research. They were like writing down everything that we're saying.
Yeah.
So ladies, I just want to let you know when you see the creepy 5'2" black dog, that was me who put the 9-inch dick on him. I couldn't help myself. I was like, nobody's gonna care about how because he's like, should I make it taller? But it would be too heavy.
Be too
And I'm like,
heavy.
it'll be way too heavy. It was. I tried to move it, and it was too much. So I told him that us as ladies would not care about how tall it was. We just want to see the dick. But I don't care. Like I said, I don't care what you say. I think it's more fellas that's going to be fucking that. Because here's the thing. Let's just get into it. How hard do you think it is for a woman to get some dick? Like seriously, I hear women talking about. Remember the girl that came? Well, maybe she didn't get any. I hope she's not watching this.
But you know what though? Maybe it's because. But then you don't have to worry about that being.
I can't just put my. I can't just put my toast in anything. Me and Pamela got a good thing. Okay. Okay, what else we got here? Chucky said, bring him to New York. I'm gonna bring him to New York. Hey, Chucky, it's a friend of mine. Take it easy, Wild Thoughts. I'll take it easy. No, okay. Here's what I want to know from you guys, because there was a couple of ladies at the. First of all, there's not a lot of ladies in this thing. So as soon as I see a black person, I walk up and I introduce myself and say, "Hey, you're in the sex industry. I just want to know." But anyway, she had the nerve while we were talking to talk about she hasn't had sex in a year. And I was just like, what?
Right.
How is that possible? There's just so many men around. Are women really not having, and she's not saying that she didn't want to have it. Are they really not capable of getting dick? There's a lot of dick around here. Like, are we serious?
Yeah, but people are afraid to have sex with people.
I don't think she's afraid. What are you talking about? Did you look at
because oftentimes people are they're not trying to like have the emotional attachment to people. They're not trying to like, or they'd like to have an emotional attachment, but somebody just wants to fuck, and that's not what they want to do. Like that's really.
I want you to be very honest right now. Do you think it had anything to do with her looks, her clothing, or maybe her body odor? Hold on, y'all.
That there's somebody for everybody. So I think that anybody can get it if they really want to. It might be what their standards are, but they can. I'm just saying that then there's the emotional attachment that people have, right? Like to stuff. So that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to be nice.
No, I no. Really?
Someone will do it. Yes, Tyrone. That is
you
true.
can get it. Someone will do it. Okay, then there's no reason that women should be talking about they're not getting any dick.
But the someone who might do it is not maybe the one you want to do it too. Like, come on now.
Okay, they're reaching out of their league.
Yeah,
okay,
or I don't know. Do you just accept any dick? Like, no, that's not true.
Of course, I wouldn't just accept any dick.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, so some people are gonna be like, no, that's not what I want. Yes, you might.
Okay, so have you ever in your life had dick that you wanted and you could not get? I mean, I will admit that there has been maybe a dick or one or two that I might have wanted and it wasn't achievable for me. I guess maybe we were on the same path. Have you ever seen one that you might have wanted and you just knew it wasn't going to work out? Also, oh, sorry. I guess you always get all the dick that you want. Excuse the fuck out of me. Oh wow. Okay,
But here's
Christine.
the thing. No, but let me say that about that though. Like, this is not like, I don't think that this is, for me, it's never really been about that. Like, I'm not wild. So like in my wild days, I would say that if I wanted somebody, who's going to say really no? Like, come on. Like, that's the reality.
Okay,
And
maybe when I'm talking about, you know what, you're right. So I should take that back. If it was just the physical thing, then yeah, I can get anything that I want. But when I'm talking about, I guess in my mind, certain dicks, I want more than just the physical thing. So when I said I couldn't achieve it, it's because the goal of what I wanted from them was not achievable.
right, because it
Like the
wasn't the dick.
exclusiveness
It
and the
wasn't,
other stuff.
but it
Yeah,
wasn't just about the dick. It was the other stuff.
you're
And
correct.
that's what
Like
I was
I
saying
had to take that
about
back.
the other
You're right.
person.
If it was just a physical thing, I'm getting whatever the fuck I want. You're not gonna get away. I will get you in the fucking web. And once you're in the web, you are gonna be in the web for a second. Because I'm
Okay,
gonna
read
get you there.
Tyrone.
What? In the dark, just keep your mouth closed.
That's great.
I'm just saying, I'm definitely gonna do that.
Oh,
Like,
Tyrone.
yeah, that was talking about, yeah. I'm gonna do that. I can believe her. You believe her? We found out this weekend because that's the first time that we actually like were in the same place. Like, we talk on the phone, but we actually were like in the same place and like stayed in the hotel and stuff. And we found out we had so much more in common.
Yeah,
It was really wild
yeah, it
to
is.
see how much. It was actually refreshing. It was to see how much we had in common. I mean, family dynamics, growing up, and it's so interesting. And then we found out like I realized that we're both Aquariuses, and then it was like really wild because I was doing something and she completely freaking understood everything I was doing, and she was just like, okay, and like she really got it because she was like, okay, I understand the type of Aquarius that she is.
Right.
So I'm gonna give y'all a little clue because I'm gonna show you a little insight into me. Besides this, because I can be wilding sometimes. This is why you either love or hate me. This is where the wild thoughts idea came around. So we're in the thing. We're in the hall of convention, and I really do what I said. If I see a black person, I run up to them because there's not a lot of black people in this industry. Now, Christine will do it a lot nicer. I seriously would just come up to you and be like, "Oh my God, you're brown. I
Right.
gotta meet you." You can be like, "Wait,
That's
what?
right.
What?"
Oh no, what happened?
I'm sorry.
Okay. I can hear you through the room. I can't actually hear you on the thing. Okay.
So anyway, long story short, I go in there, I go to people, like, who brown people do the business festival. It was this group. First of all, this is the funny one. It was mother, daughter, this is like the mother, daughter, husband,
And fiance. Mm-hmm.
And I know it's wrong, but sometimes I look at people. In my head, I was just like, well, how do they view each other? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just like,
That is wrong.
they were talking about the business. She was talking about they went down toys and online. And I'm looking at mommy and daddy that's telling me they look old.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was like, they're kind of old. And I was like, whoa, they selling toys. I was like, okay. So this is why I'm telling y'all this story. This is my pet peeve with us. We gotta stop trying to ask people. Like, seriously,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta stop doing it. It just bothers me. We're doing a relationship together. So we're talking, she says, well, where's your business at? Brick and mortar? She said, no, it's online. So she started talking, and I'm like, oh, it's online. I'm like, where's it online at?
Oh, we can't hear you, Papa. Oh, okay, hold on a minute. Christine, talk to me while
Okay, so no, I'll finish telling this story. So,
Wait,
yeah.
can they hear me now?
Oh, now I hear you.
You can hear me. I'm sorry.
There you go. Were you on mute?
Yeah, I think so. That's so retarded. Guys, I have not even been drinking. Maybe it's a mushroom? Did I have a mushroom?
You did not.
We had mushrooms at lunch. Do mushrooms make you high? No, it's the fuck. You know what? I tried one of those gummy bears. I ate one of the aphrodisiac gummy bears,
When?
even though I wasn't going to. I ate one this afternoon just to see if it worked. I know.
Okay.
And I ate the guy one too. So I don't know, maybe the two gummy bears made me maybe
It
retarded.
affects your memory and your ability to
I think so. It's supposed to make me horny, but it's not working. Anyway, so I had to see if it worked. Anyway, we were talking about the couple. Christine asked them if they had I'm gonna make it real quick. Christine asked them if they had a brick and mortar. And they said no, they were online. I was saying, why do we have ass shit? Here's the problem. So when they said it was online, I'm like, ooh, so you have an Instagram? She's like, not really. You have a Facebook? Not really. Well, what website do you use? GoDaddy. Christine's looking at me. She said, here she goes. I said, wait, please don't take this the wrong way. You have what? They said GoDaddy. I said, oh, okay. That's ghetto. I said, that is a ghetto website. Don't use GoDaddy for business. So the man is getting kind of mad. So the gummy bears mute your voice? Yes, the gummy bears muted my voice. Because I was supposed to, if you eat the gummy bears, you're supposed to get dick. And since I ate the gummy bears, I got no dick, it muted my voice. I know that was Wiz. I know it was Wiz. Wiz, fuck you, Wiz. Okay? No, don't fuck you. That's what it is. Don't fuck you, Wiz. You get no fuck. How about that? There you go. I'm gonna start telling people fuck you. I'm gonna say no fuck. Yeah. What did you say? Wow, gummy bears that make you no. Oh, that wasn't Wiz? I'm sorry. I don't know who it was, but I'm sorry it wasn't Wiz. Yes, gummy bears that make me. That's why I'm like this. All right, back to the people. This is the thing. The man starts looking at me. Oh, Big Al. I'm sorry, Big Al. Okay, you can say that. So the man starts looking at me. Wait, hello. So you mad at Wiz, not the gummy? Yes, I'm mad at Wiz and not the gummies. The freaking gummies. I think I have them. I got to show y'all the package. It wasn't me, LOL. I see Wiz. It wasn't you. Okay, so the people, this is what I'm saying, again to the sex business. So I was like, I'm not understanding. So Christine is like trying to help them. And I was like, no, I just turned around and said, make it make sense. And Christine's like, oh my God, like, what is going on? And this is me, like, I'm dead serious. Like, when you're trying to get into business, I just wasn't understanding what's going on. So this man is getting real mad. You can tell that he's getting real mad.
Yeah,
said,
so upset that he got up and left the table.
He left the table. He got so mad. But here's the deal. I straight up told him, you're not going to sell shit because you make no sense. Like, you don't have a presence on Instagram. You don't have a presence on Facebook. You don't have a website link. You don't have a link tree. You don't even know what one is. And then here's the best part, y'all. She wanted to call it like some type of concierge service. You're using GoDaddy. Ghetto, no, that's not. I said, that's not high end. Then she was like, yeah, because I'm going to have them do consultations. I said, where? She said, at my house. I said, wait a minute. So you're going to have strange people come to your house to talk about sex? Well, my friends' friends might know them. I said, like the serial killers? Christine is sitting there like.
You see how I'm sitting now? That's how I was sitting then. I was like, she is not doing this to these people. She's not telling them that they just wrong. She's not telling them that they making mistakes.
She got people in her basement. I'm dead ass serious. I was like, why are strangers coming to your house? And she's like, well, I have an office in the back. I said, but don't they still got to walk through your house? I said, oh no, this don't make no sense.
Yeah.
What are you selling? Go ahead, Christy.
So listen, all I'm saying is, as I said to you, you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. You tell people they wrong, they don't want to hear you. Like, they're like, what? Why are you talking to me like this? But you couldn't even stop yourself, which I thought was funny.
I couldn't stop because it made no sense. They're all around there buying a bunch of dicks. and sit and strangers coming. I was like, this man says you're not going to sell anything. You may. So now here's who knows something. The little white boy that the daughter was marrying. He was like, oh my God, you are so right. He got his little notepaper out. Right?
Yeah, he was trying to hear stuff. He was trying to.
No, he wanted the business to work.
Yeah, he wants the
rest of them don't know what to do. So my thing is, the point of this whole thing is just even like with sex, like if you want to start doing something different, do your research, think about it. We can't just be saying, oh, we just know that sex is going to sell. Let's just go ahead and sell stuff. And it is a real problem because I want everyone's business to succeed. And we were seeing a lot of that. Like the people that were there, like some of them knew what they were doing. They've been in the game a long time. Some have no idea. No one knows everything. But you got to know something. Right. And they were just putting money in. And I say that because I was like, your customers are going to ask you about stuff. And they just were not knowledgeable at all. Like when a lot of people are selling toys, but they don't know how to use them. They don't know anything about them. So we're going to go into telling you about some great new toys that we did see. My idea... Yeah, go ahead, Christine.
You know what? I was going to say that was the one place where, frankly, I thought that the mistake was made is when I was asking what her focus was going to be. And she was like, everybody. And I think that you have to, even if you expand out, that you have to hone in on something that you're really good at a group that you can target. Because you can move from there, but trying to cover like no one is an expert in everything. Like that's just not the way it works. So I feel like that was the unfortunate part to me.
What do you think your expertise are?
So, my store is women-centric, sex positive. So it really is about engaging women and how we experience sexuality. Whether you're straight or lesbian or other, for me, it's more about how we deal with ourselves in this society and our bodies and stuff. And so, yeah, my expertise starts with being a Black woman because that's who I know. And then with just being a woman and then being a woman of a certain age, like it's all of those things. And, I told you when I opened my store, I didn't even think about the college students because I was like, they'll go to Spencer Gifts, they'll go wherever. And they still were like, we really appreciate this place because it doesn't feel icky. It doesn't feel, and that was important to me, but I wasn't even thinking about them in the same ways. But when I get a trans person who comes in who wants to ask questions, I spend a lot of time reading up and asking questions and then reading medical stuff because I don't want to give people wrong information.
You're right. But can y'all tell that Christine has that high boutique type of, you could just tell, right, when she's talking? Because my specialty is just like, it's just dick. Mine's is straight up. You want to know how to use the dick, what to do with the dick, how to take the dick, how to imagine the dick, how to suck the dick. Yeah. This is your girl. Like, I know everything there is to know about dick. Every size of dick, round dick, short dick, curved dick, all kinds of dick. Come talk to me. I'll tell you all about dick. Nah, I'll tell you about a lot of stuff. I'm messing.
Yeah. But I don't even go, like I've shown people how to use strokers, how to do stuff, but it really is about, especially because so many people in our community are so uptight, despite all the movies and all the other stuff about us.
Say that again. Did you find, this is what I do find, despite all the videos, despite all the movies, how we portray ourselves in videos and how we portray ourselves in
music, we are.
It is so crazy to me how when you start talking about sex, people start clamming the fuck up.
Oh yeah, they're quiet.
It's so interesting how Black people will clam the hell up, and you got to get it out of them. And they look at me sometimes when I'm talking like, "Oh my God, did you just say that?" And it's so crazy. But at the same time, I'll hear them spit out Megan Style in a Carly B song in 5.3 seconds.
Yeah.
But really, they don't really like discussing it. They don't really like putting it on the spot.
Even
and
young
I find
people.
it extremely interesting how that happens.
Listen, I've talked to college students who said, I had a girl once say to me, I don't like touching myself. Like she looked like that too. She was doing all that. I was like, well, if you look like that when you talk about touching yourself, why would anybody else want to touch you? Because clearly you think you're gross.
Like, and you know what I would say? Because then I would ask her, like, I like to talk about stuff like that no one talks about. Like, I just like to talk about, when they shoot up the shot, like, where does all the sperm go? Like, what do you do with the part that's dripping down and you have to hurry up and get home?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I just be like, especially if you don't wear underwear. Like, everybody doesn't wear underwear. So if you shoot up the shot, about 15 minutes, some shit is rolling down your leg. So they have like things for that. Like, what do you do with that excess? Yeah, like if he nuts a lot, like, you know what I mean? Like some people, they really be like, oh my God, what do I do with it? And like, like you gotta wipe that up. Like, that kind of thought. Nobody, like those are the things that everyone's like, oh, you're supposed to figure that shit out for yourself.
Right. No,
like,
but I start at the space of figuring out how you're going to have a good time while you're doing it first, because you're comfortable with yourself. Not you're going to lay there like a dead fish while someone uses you like a rag doll. Because I'm not interested in that. Like that made no sense to me. Like, why?
Do you remember the first time you actually had bad sex? I can remember the first time that I had, like, I was like, wow, that was really terrible. Like, I'd rather have read a book or do a puzzle.
Yeah. But, I waited to college to have sex because I was like, I know how to give myself an orgasm. And I'm pretty sure you don't. So
where was your first, like I think my first orgasm that I had was with the bathtub. When the water was coming out the bathtub, I angled that bathtub bad boy. I was like, oh wow, this really works. And then it was regular massage things. I just still all the batteries. Let me see. Blue is top shelf. Tyrone, you just love her. You cheated on me now. It's okay. Let me see. Because no one wants you to know how deeply freaky they are. Do you think it's just a freaky thing? I don't know. I think, Tyrone, I think that really, it may be a freaky thing, but I really think that, because it's so funny for me when I'm in a room, even if I don't even say it in a certain way, like, I say it in a certain way because it's almost like a punchline to be funny. And so we all laugh around with it because I'll say like dick and pussy and all that. But like, if I really I can ask that same question in a serious way. And people are just taken back because I just think that they really don't know. And it's just really bugging them. And I don't know if it's a freaky thing. I think they really don't know.
They don't know.
Nobody really wondered. Yeah, they really wondered and they don't know because everybody, see, this is the thing what happens to women all the time. Who really does talk about after you have sex?
Right.
Because all the sperm does not get absorbed. I'm telling you that now.
No, who even talks about the quality of sex? Like really what it means to have good sex. Like what it means to be like, this is not okay if sex is not good for me. Like, why am I doing this? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that so often we've just accepted that. And I asked a young couple this once, like, if, the young man, I was like, so do you have orgasms pretty much every time? And he was like, yeah. And I said, so if you had it 50% of the time, would you want to keep having sex? And he was like, well, I don't know. And I said, what about 30% of the time? I said, you accept that with the woman, but you wouldn't accept it with yourself. Like you wouldn't be like, that's okay. And it's not okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like for me, I think that we often are told it's okay to fake it. It's okay not to feel good.
I definitely think that we were told that. I definitely participated in the faking zone.
Yeah.
And I should not lie and act like that, like in recent years that I've never faked one. I think that you like a person so much that, and even though it'll do them more justice to tell the truth, but you like them so much and you want them to feel so comfortable that you say fuck it and you fake it. So I think that happens. I mean, I think that happens, women, we talk about it, but I think we do it a lot more than we like to admit. Because sex, that's the thing with women. Sex can still feel good. Just because you didn't have an orgasm doesn't mean it doesn't feel good. It can still feel good. It's just not completed without the orgasm.
Absolutely.
So sometimes we just give the guys the idea of the completion because it's a lot in explaining to them what they need to do. So, and we like them a lot or we love them. And so we make them feel that way.
Or they don't know what it feels like. Yeah. Like, I can't tell you how many 30-year-old people have told me they've never had an orgasm. Like, I don't even understand that. Like, that doesn't even make sense to me. Like, but then how can you be with another person? And if you've never experienced it and then you expect them to push the magic button, like, no, it's not. Like, that's where I'm like, you have to know your body. You have to know what works. It does mess up the mind. And, I say bad sex
messes up the mind. Hey,
So
ladies. Hey, darling. Yeah, bad sex does. Hey, Dot. Bad sex does mess up the mind. Let me see. Tell them the truth. A real partner will fix it. I don't know, Tyrone, because I think that we want to tell them the truth. I think sometimes, even if they're a real partner, because I think that's why we're not telling them the truth, is because we're trying to spare their feelings and we feel like they're a good guy. Because I think the shitheads, we don't mind telling them the truth. But I think the ones
you
that we,
know, you think
no,
so? No,
I think,
I think that
talk to
people
me.
have not learned to communicate what actually gives them pleasure. And I think sometimes it's because they don't know.
Okay.
They truly don't know. Like when I told you about that young lady who basically said, I would never touch myself, she doesn't know what would give her pleasure. So how can she ever tell anybody else? Like she can't, even if she's with someone and it feels good, she doesn't know why, because she doesn't have any control of her stuff.
I think you have a valid point in this. I think that what men need to also understand, I know we're supposed to know our bodies, but if we think back, a lot of our first experiences, we would equate to this guy. We'll say, oh my God, we had sex, and then one day, this boyfriend showed me this. And a lot of the showing is on, even though he might not even have the experience, it's what he did. And then we realize, oh my gosh, I can squirt. I can have this type of orgasm. Like when you talk to women, they say, you should have you ever orgasm. The ones that even had an orgasm, have you ever had a G-spot orgasm? They're like, oh, I didn't get that until this guy. Like it's relying on what the man, there's a lot more pressure. I think there's a lot more pressure on the man than it is on the woman on knowing her body, because we're relying on him to show us different levels of what our body can do.
That's right.
Because women will
that's
literally,
true.
you have conversations with women right now, they'll tell you, oh no, there was a guy named Sean.
Yes.
He made me do this. He's the best sex I ever had. Then there was a guy named like this. He's the one who licked my ass. He's the one who ate me out to this. Literally every story has a man to it. Now, if the person stays with this certain man, this is all that they know. That's because all that he introduced them. And until sometimes maybe they might talking to some girlfriends or hear something like, wait a minute, what? You're able to do this? And then they might pique some curiosity, but it's like, wait a second. That doesn't come about in the head. So I think there's more pressure on a man than he realizes, and women put it on it, like not even knowing that they're putting on it for him to introduce you to several levels of what you're feeling.
Sure, but that's because we don't teach people to figure it out for yourself, and we treat them as if it's dirty to figure it out for yourself. So that pressure. But I don't know, like, because I can say that the experiences that I had with someone.
No, I was just saying, what age do you think is appropriate in your head? I'm not saying, we're not saying this is concrete. What age do you think is appropriate in your head to start masturbating or even to mention it?
So I will just tell you my own personal experience. My mother started talking to me about masturbation when I was 12, right?
That's about time
I probably started masturbating by the time I was 10, maybe 9. I don't know. It was before I was 12. She talked to me about it because she figured out I was doing it already. And to her,
what were you doing it with?
Just sort of rubbing and,
rubbing. Okay. Yeah, rubbing.
Yeah, like that was at that age, right? So I wasn't really exploring, but I had figured out how to have an orgasm by then.
Do you remember the little massagers? They used to come with the 2 AA batteries with the little the little ones. Yeah, I was just really actually massaging and it was like, wait a minute.
And how old were you? And how old were you?
That was like what you said, like 12, but I think water was my real first the water in the bathroom. In not the shower, the water spout coming out, because I used to take a lot of baths. Right. And I realized when the water hits hard enough that I was like, oh wow, that feels really good. So I kept liking it.
So I understand that, but what my time thing is, so I'm gonna have to.
Yep, you gotta go. I have one more. Wait, what was I gonna ask you? Let's see. It was one more question we were talking, and I'll finish with everybody talking about masturbation. We're talking about the first time of masturbation. Hold on, let me see what this is. 9. Yeah, 12, but like 9 when the
I think that's probably right. That is probably somewhere around, because 12 was the conversation, but it happened before that.
Here's my quick question before you go, because I know you gotta get ready for your flight. Mine is tomorrow. Do you think it's appropriate? Because I have a well, she's too old now, but when she was 16, do you think it was appropriate for a mother to give a 16-year-old a bullet?
Yes.
See, I had this discussion with people.
Yes.
They fight me on this. I'm
Absolutely.
like, why would you? My whole thing is, if you think that your 16-year-old, they don't have to be having sex now, because everybody doesn't have sex at 16, but they have definitely had a felt up, or they done touched something with their hand, or did something.
Yes.
So I don't know. Is there anything wrong with it? I don't think it's wrong with putting a bullet on the bed and leaving a note.
I've had someone buy a 14-year-old one. So in the store,
a basic one.
No, a bullet, literally a bullet.
I'm just talking about
no, not something that inserts inside them. No, but a bullet, a clitoral vibrator.
That's it. Just a clitoral vibrator.
Yeah.
I really think I'm gonna leave it at that while you go. Where I'm gonna talk to them about the fact that I truly think that it is nothing wrong with giving a teenage girl their first vibrator. And it should be like a bullet or something, a clit stimulant. Fuck it, give them a rose, okay? Give them the fucking rose. Everybody wants
there you go. Show them the rose.
Give them the rose. Just give them the goddamn rose. You got a rose. You got a rose. You got a rose. Right. Fucking gets a rose. Especially if the man is falling short. We need to know, or we will do it over and over. That's true. What did I do? Hold on. I disappeared. Do y'all see me? I don't know. I disappeared for a second. Yep, I'm here. I'm back. But Christine's getting ready to leave. She has to catch her flight tonight. My flight is not till tomorrow. But anyway, I'm gonna continue this by saying I really do believe that it's appropriate. I think some people don't think it's appropriate. I was reading some articles and they don't think it's appropriate because they think that if you give a teenager 14, 15, 16, I was saying 16, any type of vibrating, it would be promoting sex. I don't think it is. I think that you're delusional by not giving it to them because it's natural to feel those type of feelings. So they may be using their finger or something. I don't know. I feel like it would deter them to satisfy that urge with this, like with a bullet or a rose or something like that. I think it would deter them more from having sex. All right. A ninja bullet. Oh no, Birdie, why a ninja bullet? You don't think that? Oh, you disagree? Because let me tell you, you can't control those urges. And I just think that a nice little bullet will keep them from trying to explore it with a guy. Think about if you use your toy, you don't feel like having sex after you use your toy. I think a toy is a good thing. Not a dick, not a dildo. A clitoral stimulator, I think is a good thing for a 16-year-old to have. Sex is already promoted in Sesame Street. Okay. I'm just saying. That's too early. Maybe to talk to them about it. Oh no, Dot. But I don't care. No, I don't think it's too early. Okay, so you're saying 16 is too early? I feel you should have been talked to them about it when they was 10. Let me tell you, these kids know about sex. I feel like sex should be talked about at 10 years old. Because they're hearing it in the streets. People are doing it. I want you to ask men. Let me ask you, if you ask some of the guys when's the first time they had sex, a lot of them are going to tell you 9 and 10. A lot of them will tell you that. I think the conversation of sex should definitely be happening at 10 years old. Hold on. But a toy may want them to go ahead and have sex. That's the point that I was trying to say. I don't think a toy will have them have sex. If you ever use a toy, you don't feel like having sex after you use your toy. I think if you're 16, they're already going to have the feeling of wanting to have sex at 16. That's a natural feeling that wanting to do that. They're going to have urges. If you have nowhere to put your urges, well, Darius over there is going to be talking you into letting him finger you. But if you use your little clitoral stimulator and your bullet, you don't feel like doing that shit. I think you have more self-control. Because as women, if we like a guy a lot and go out on a date with him, if we use our bullets or our toys before we go on a date, we're less likely to say yes, even when we want to, because it gets rid of the urge. We cannot deny that 16-year-olds are having sexual urges. It is eluding us to pretend that a teenager doesn't have sexual urges. I think that is something that we need to understand and explore. As much as we don't like it, when you are 14, 15, and 16, you have sexual urges. We're trying to get it. Oh, wait. We're trying to get it at free lunch. Oh, my God. Hold on. You can't control it, UT. I'm not going to bring it to her. Let her bring it up the questions about toys. Here's the thing. These kids won't even bring out the questions of sex. There is no way that your 16-year-old child is going to come to you and question about toys. They're not going to do it. And that's the thing where I feel like as parents, we need to bring it up to them. That's the problem. We're waiting for them to come to us. And I think that's the mistake. That's a big mistake. We need to come. If you don't want to give it to them, have a conversation about it to see if they want it. We got to bring it to them. Your daughter, 16-year-old daughters don't talk to their parents about sex. They don't. They definitely not going to talk to them about a toy. They barely want to tell them they have a boyfriend. I was humping chicks in the elementary stairway. That's what I'm talking about. If little girls are getting humped, there is no way you can't. You have to think about this. They're having full sexual urges at 16. If in elementary school they're getting humped, and parents are not talking to them about it, so they don't even know the option of a toy. Because how is a 16-year-old going to get hold of a toy unless the mother's buying it for her? And she's not going to ask her mother, "Can you buy me a sex toy?" Her mother's going to be like, "You having sex?" So that's what I'm saying. We got to bring this up. Nah, that dick feeling is different. I'm just saying. Yeah, it's different, but what I'm saying is I feel like it's a deterrent. It gives you time to think about it, because if you know how it is to be hot and heavy, and if you don't have if you don't have anything to relieve that, you're more likely to go fully through with the humping session versus not. We do that as grown people. We masturbate. What are you masturbating for? You're masturbating to calm yourself down. You'll masturbate to say, you know what? I don't got time for this week. That's a distraction. Let me get this little feeling off my back. Let me get this monkey off my back so I can do what I got to do today. So masturbation does work by deterring you from the feeling. It's not going to keep you all the way from doing it, but it definitely can calm your ass down. She can ask her two big sisters and they'll let me know. But what if she doesn't ask them? Why wouldn't you bring it up? I'm really curious, Purdy, why you won't bring it up. Why won't you just say, let's have a conversation about toys? I'm really, really curious. I think there's nothing wrong with that. It's not, because if you as a mom come and say that you want to talk about that, you are going to most likely get her to talk about anything with you if she really knows that this is a comfortable space. Because even though we are open parents, if you don't say something, they won't say nothing. As much as I know and talk about toys and different things, I had to bring that up to my teenager. She was not, even though she knows what kind of parent I am, what I do for a living, she wasn't coming up to me talking about, hey, you know what, let's talk about toys. I had to bring it up. And she had questions. Some stuff she already knew, and some stuff that she was like, okay, so boom, 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 and la, 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 la. And we had a conversation. Because I'm telling you, as much as I am not a hard person to talk about sex, it's something I have to bring up. I have to say, hey, let's have a conversation. Oh, yeah, your boyfriend's cute. Oh, he's real cute. Come here, let me talk to you for a minute. And that's what I said. I said, oh, football player? Oh, you got a cute little boyfriend. Come here, let me talk to you. Because I already know, I know what's up. You got to remember what you were doing and your thoughts. And even if you're a liberal mom and open mom, and you say you can come to me anytime, just because you say that, kids don't do that. You got to show them by bringing it up yourself. Like, yeah, let me bring this up to you. Hold on. This. Now, we should talk about it. I did that with my son. Exactly. That's right. You got, I'm just saying, if we just do that, it's an open door thing. The door will never be opened by them. We sometimes got to be like, I check you out. Oh, especially when they come and tell you they got a boyfriend. As soon as they got a boyfriend, that should be the next conversation. So you got a boyfriend, how you feeling down there? Oh, when he kissing you, I know you're getting hot. Oh, I know this is going on. How far did his fingers go? What's up? Because there's no way you have a boyfriend and you're not getting felt up or kissed at 16. I'm delusional to think that's not happening. So I got to really get to the nitty gritty and give you some choices. So I'm going to say, oh, yeah. I'm going to remind you about condoms just in case you want to do it. I'm going to remind you about shit, and I'm going to remind you what happens just in case something happens. And I'm going to tell you, come check out this little bullet. And so your ass can slow down. Let's talk about sex. Very popular song. Absolutely. Hold on. Because if she's not having sex or even thinking about it, why would I tell her how to use a toy? That's gonna get her to want to try things if she doesn't have already done it.
No, it's not.
It's not. Toys do not make you do that. And also, just because you think she's not thinking about it does not mean she's not thinking about it. If she is 14, 15, or 16, she's thinking about it. It's crossing her head. There's no way in this society with everything around that as a teenager, because even before we had all of this stuff in front of us, we were thinking about sex. She might not be thinking about, I want to have it, but she's thinking about it. And all it takes is, like Tyrone just said, he was in elementary school, humping girls in the back of the staircase. So all it takes is a boy that wants to hump you to get you to start thinking about it in another way. Especially if you like him. Bye, babe. Call me when you at the airport. Everybody say bye to Christine. She's leaving out the door.
Bye.
Look at that. There you go. All right, call me when you get to the airport. Hold on. I agree with you, Wild Thoughts. Thank you. Because I'm serious. I understand we want to protect our kids, protect their thoughts. We hope that their thoughts are very innocent, but they're not. We got to remember, how could they not be thinking about sex? And you listen to the music. You look around you, they're friends. Even clothes are sexual. Like everything is sexual. There's no way that it doesn't. Sometimes we'll equate our prettiness with that. Does he like me? What's going on? That's a conversation you need to have with him. Just because he gives you a gift doesn't mean you got to let him do something. These are things that are taught. Do you know when women get older, that concept is taught? So have a conversation with your daughters and let them know. My mother used to tell me, don't take shit that you can't buy yourself because you're expected to do something. Call us. Oh, wait. I didn't say that. I said at free lunch. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I missed something. Yeah, I just want everybody's thought process. Don't be afraid. I thought it would be interesting to talk about, because I know I brought this up a time before, but I really wanted to, because I've been at the shows. They have a lot of lighthearted clit stimulators like bullets. Nothing, huge. I didn't tell you to insert the bullet. I didn't say anything like that. We ain't trying to put you in the inside. Clit stimulation, that's what gives us our orgasms. The main one that we like to use is really on top of the clit. You don't have to insert shit to get that. Oh, where's set the staircase? Okay, where's set the staircase? I apologize. But the point is, there was a boy in the staircase. That's what I'm saying. So we got to really kind of think about that. And sometimes, even though we say to our kids, hey, you can talk to me about anything, doesn't mean that they'll do it. So sometimes we got to bring it up. We got to think about what's around them, the actions. Because let me tell you something. Their friends could be fucking. A lot of kids' friends is fucking. And so they may not be interested, but then now they're friends. If they got 3 friends that are fucking, that's what they're talking about. So your virgin, daughter is listening to her 3 friends that are fucking. So now it's in her head. Not to say she'll go fuck, but what it's still in there. So that's what I'm saying to you. That's what we have to think about. Be proactive. If anything, be proactive. And if you don't want to give her the toy, ask her about it. Say if you're getting urges, and watch and look and see. You'll be able to see, because you remember how you are. You know when somebody walked in your room and you jumped up and all kind of stuff. You was doing stuff. There you go. Boys, we love staircases. Y'all do. Them boys are stars at like Dallas. Yeah, y'all crazy. And it was like that for us coming up. You're right. Exactly. Right. Yes. Tell them. It's just, that's all and I'm not saying it's wrong, because I understand. And I know it's something like people don't think about. And when I talk about it, everybody is shocked at first. They're like, why would you give a teenager a toy? And I'm just like, why would I not? It's like part of me wants, because, it's the toy industry doesn't approach it in that way because it's a big taboo if they did. But I can. It's like I can say, hey, these are the recommended toys for, teenagers or something like that. I can say that. And I know, damn, I wouldn't put no dicks in there, but if they say that, that would be a big taboo. So, that's the whole point of having, shows like this, bringing up the subject, ask a couple of your friends what they think, see where their heads are, and you'll be surprised what people will say and kind of where their thought process is. But I just feel like it's an open discussion. I feel like we should open it up and maybe think about it. So I'm only asking everybody, if you do have some teenage girls, think about it. Think about getting them a little bullet, a little like a little rose, a little clip stimulator. I ain't saying that y'all got to make appointments and go in their room or whatever. Have a discussion with them and see where they're at. What do they know about toys? What do they feel about it? I wouldn't give a toy, but I would talk about things. I mean, I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes time. But if your daughter told you something, you may buy her a toy. May not. I don't know. But all I'm asking is the open conversation, the possibility. I didn't say that was the solution for everybody. It's not for everybody. But it may be something you might think about. Just take some time to think about it. Say, Because when we think about toys, we're a little bit more advanced. We think about them in a whole different way. Now, let me make this very clear when I'm saying I do think that a 16-year-old, I think a parent should buy a 16-year-old, like I said, a clit stimulator, something that doesn't go inside the vagina, just sits on the outside. I don't think you should buy them a dildo. I don't think you should buy them a dick. I don't think nothing like that. Maybe shaped like a damn lipstick, the little vibrator, something like that. I don't know. Something a little more, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Nothing like you know what I mean? None of that other stuff. But I think that you don't just buy. I think it does take conversation. So I hope this gives everybody an opportunity to conversate. And dads, that includes you. There is nothing that's going to stay in her mind more if her father sits down and has a conversation about sex with her. Because he's the one, even moms, of course, but if dads can do it, that's a beautiful thing. Because the thing about it is he can tell the truth. He can say what you were doing. When I was your age, this is what I was doing. So watch out for that. Like, tell them, not, just if I catch you, I'm going to punch you in your face or I'm going to do this. Like, no, value yourself. I'm disappointed if you do that because I want you to think of things differently. Tell them, like, uplift them in telling them that those are the things that you should not be doing. What about you know what? You're right. Boys, I talk to my son. It's a little harder, but I think that we definitely need to talk to our boys because I have been guilty. I will admit to be guilty of slacking when it comes to my, I don't want to say slacking. Okay, here's the double standard when it comes to boys. When I think about my girls, I'm like, conversate because I don't want them to do it. I'm not going to lie and say that when it was my son's turn, I was less irritated. If I found out that my son was having sex at 16, it's like you're not mad. You're not happy, but you're not mad. And that's wrong. Like you should be giving him the same conversation and not wanting him to do it. But it's almost like it's accepted. And I've been guilty of that. Like, my son would always keep telling me he's a virgin, but I'd be like, yeah, okay. Yeah, right. But not pressing the issue. It's like we're not thinking when it comes to the boys, as mothers, sometimes we don't think about, oh my God, we're like, oh, my baby might be doing something, but we don't think about it the same way as if a girl, our daughters are having sex. We almost condone it for our sons. Like, and that's crazy, but it's true. They're putting babies and girls, they need toys too. You're absolutely right. I just said I was guilty of that. And when you talk about it, I'm going to tell you the truth. It's like a double standard. I don't, it's like when the boy tells you, like, if you find out your son's having sex and he's 16, you're not as mad as if you found out that your 16-year-old girl was having sex. You are not as mad. And fathers definitely are like, oh, he's just getting it in. They're not pissed at all. Let me see what you say. So you should get boys the GOC 3. You should. You should get them that GOC 3000. You should. Oh my God. LOL, where's my guy? You should. I think you should. But I don't know what to say. Look how you laugh when it's a boy. You don't laugh when it's a girl. I think if you ask how many mothers, if they found their son was having sex, are they mad? Most of them are going to tell you, not really. I'm a little like, oh, but not mad. But if you find out about their daughters, they are pissed. That's something we got to change. That's something I think we have to change in our community. I think that we have to hold our little boys accountable too, and want to protect them just as much as we want to protect the girls. Because I feel like when you listen to the boys and ask them when they were and they're not virgins, they'll tell you 9 and 10. Like, what is going on? Why are 9 and 10-year-old boys having sex? And we don't be, when you ask somebody, we don't say, "Oh my gosh, that's so terrible." We laugh and go, "Oh my gosh, you really started early." That explains a lot. That's kind of our attitude. So it's a double standard. Anyway, I know Al is late. I'm in Vegas. It's like 7:05, but I know it's late already, and I always promised him I didn't want to keep him out too late. I want to give y'all that food for thought. I cried. I was so so a mess. You was mad? Okay. All right. If I had a son, I would be mad too. Let me tell you something. My son kept telling me he was a virgin. I knew he was lying, so I played the ignore game. That's the one I did. I chose to act like it didn't happen. Because I chose to pretend to believe him when he was lying. And I knew damn well he was lying. But I said, "Oh, okay, son, you're a virgin." I knew better. When he was 16, I knew better. And I was acting like whatever. I was living in denial. And I know I was wrong. I was living in denial. But I still had talks with him. So what I would do is that I would pretend like he's telling the truth. But I had like condom conversations and thoughts and stuff, and even bought some condoms and stuff. I totally did that. But I was in denial. All right, guys, but I know it's late, but I want to give y'all a little bit of food for thought. In a sense, we had some fun about the dolls, but for real, I want y'all to think about what y'all really think about. When is it appropriate to give your teenage daughter is it appropriate to give them a dildo? What about the guys? I just want you to think about it. Ask around to some of your friends. I'm really curious to what's on people's heads, what's on their mind. Please ask. I agree with your comment being a mother with 2 sons. Absolutely. I mean, it's so crazy how we ignore our sons. But just give that food for thought. When you're coming to New York, I will be in New York. The thing is October 1st. That's when the sex show is. It's October 1st and 2nd. I will be in New York all week. The show will be at a station. Oh, wow. Tyrone wants to buy the toys for his daughter. He needs your help. You always know I will help. Y'all are crazy. You have to be 18 to shop. But you can go online. You don't have to be 18 or like private places. You don't have to be. Y'all are making me think, should I put something on the website for, I don't know. I don't know how to put it. So I'm going to let y'all know. I'm going to think about this all week. So next week, I'm going to think about this. Maybe that's something that I should do. Like maybe that's something I should put on the website, a section where that's appropriate toys for, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. It's a very touchy subject. It's kind of weird. You got to be careful. I don't know. So I got to keep thinking about that. But I wanted to give y'all some food for thought. Let y'all think about it. See what y'all feel about it. And check it out. Talk to some people. I want to hear y'all talk to some other parents, some other people, and see what they're saying. So I will be back next week. Now it's identity theft online lying. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I will see y'all next week. We're going to talk about something really good. I will have probably the new toys. Oh, you know what? Here's one. Let me show y'all something real quick before we get off. I know Al got to go. Look at this, guys. This is better than a rose. I want y'all to see something. Look at the tip. Wait. Let me put it this way. Do y'all see the tongue on that tip? That's a tongue. It does a tongue. It has the sucking like the rose. It has a tongue. And this part moves. Let me see if I can. Wait, I'm doing bad. Okay, there it is. And this part vibrates. So it's a 3-in-1. Let me see if I can turn it on. It's actually more powerful, but there you go. You see how that's pulsating? There you go. Then look at this. Look at that tongue. It has like 10 speeds. This is a slow speed. And It has a suction, just like the Rose. 3-in-1. This will be up next week. This is one of the new toys. Way better than the Rose. Just letting y'all know. Look at it. That's real nice. Look at that. Okay. Just letting y'all know. All right. Good night, everybody. I'm going to bring you some more toys next week. Think about what I said. Bye-bye. Thank you, guys. Oh, my God. Y'all hear the vibrator? It's pulsating.